Hi everyone, it's Remembrance time. You can tell it's Remembrance time of the year because I'm wearing a poppy flower on my jumper. Remembrance is a very important time of the year. It's the time of the year when we remember people who have fought in wars in the past, and sometimes they've even lost their lives so that we can be happy and safe, you and me. So remembrance is very important every year. At Remembrance time, we wear poppies, like the one I'm wearing on my jumper, but we also lay poppy wreaths, like this. This is a wreath made of poppies. Poppy wreaths are often left at war memorials, and if you're driving around, or walking around, or you're on your bicycle, or you're with your family, you will see poppy wreaths, especially at this time of the year. So remembrance is a very important time of the year. It's very important that we remember things. I wonder how you remember things. Perhaps you ask your mum to remind you about something. Perhaps if there's something important going to happen, maybe you put a little message in your phone or something like that. Maybe you write a message on your hand. Christians believe that God is real, and the special book of Christians is called the Bible. In the Bible, it says that God writes our names on the palm of his hand. And that means that God never forgets us. God never forgets you or me. God always thinks about us, and he always loves us. That's what Christians believe. So at Remembrance, we think about what people have done to keep us safe in the past. It's a very, very sad thing that there are wars and that people fight one another. But we can be glad and grateful because in the past there have been men and women who didn't think about themselves, but they thought about you and me and how they could keep us safe. So they were even willing to lay down their own lives. Christians believe that remembrance is a time that tells us something very important about Jesus, the Son of God. Because the Bible once again tells us that Jesus laid down his life so that we can become God's friends. So at Remembrance time, we can think about all sorts of things. But at this time of the year, you'll see on television and you'll see all around about you poppies, and you'll see soldiers and other people marching, and you'll see all of these things to remind you and me that people in the past have fought and even died so that we can be safe. It's a very sad thing that such things have to happen. But we can be grateful that there are people who are ready not to think of themselves and their own safety, but to think about you and me. And I think that's a really, really important message in life, that you and I should also not so much think about ourselves, but think about other people and how we can be helpful and loving towards other people. Well, music is a very important part of remembrance, and I brought an instrument for you. This instrument is called a bugle. It's called a bugle. And at Remembrance, people play the bugle and they play a particular tune. I'm going to try and play it for you right now. It's called The Last Post. It's a very famous tune. Perhaps you've heard it before. I'll try and play it. Here we go. Well, I managed it. That's not an easy tune to play, but it's a very famous tune, and it's called The Last Post. It's a little bit of a sad tune, and it does tell us about wars and how sad they are. The music seems to sound a little bit like that. But here's another tune, and I'm not going to play the whole thing, just a little bit of it. This is a tune called Reveille, and it's always played right after last post. And it goes like this. To me, that tune sort of jumps around a bit. It jumps around, and it's sort of a happy tune. It seems to say, bad things happen, but in the end, everything will be well. To me, it seems to say, God loves us, and we can be happy because of that. This remembrance time, let's think about all of those in the past who have died in wars and battles so that you and I can be safe. And perhaps you can wear a poppy or even draw a picture of a poppy, or perhaps there are even poppies in your classroom. Let's also think about what Christians believe, that Jesus died so that we can become the friends of God. And in all of our friendships and our relationships with other people, let's try to think not about ourselves and not be selfish at all, but think about what we can do to make other people happy. And that's what Remembrance is about. Bye for now.